Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead. Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. Bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well then, I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel, and if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, the THI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat because the chat is jumping, baby. And I like it. I like it a lot. My girl, Yvette Lee, checking in. What's up, Ma? She said TGIF, y'all. TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. That's for damn sure. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man. Try this. Man, we gotta do that. I don't want to do that. Timer off. Banner. TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Black Diamond is in the house. It's top of the morning, gang. So the new narrative is that Shanahan tree can't stand Ben Johnson. That's fine, because as far as I'm concerned, the feeling is definitely mutual. And the Bears 37, LA 24, FGB, FLA, FTST. All right, FTST. Who's that? What's that? Michelle Walls in the house. What's up, Papa? How are you? Said, what up on a snowy Mickey Ficky TGI bear down? FGB. What? FGB. Bears Country Podcast. That can only mean one person. Mr. Shode is in the house. Top of the morning to you too, sir. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Brewha 7 checking in. What's up, Papa? Let's go, Bears. Bear down. I like it. What's FTST? I can't. Huh. Okay, I can't. What the hell's FTST? Here's the Shanahan tree. You're a damn fool. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, like Diamond, that's funny. Oh man, that is classic. Man, oh man, oh man. Listen. Boy, that just made me smile. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Listen, we got a great show at 10 o'clock. Kole Noble from A to Z Sports is going to join us. We're going to preview this big game. He's like, don't come for my coach. We're going to preview this big matchup. A huge matchup, okay? It's a divisional, the divisional round. Say that 5 times real fast. Rams at Bears. We're going to talk all about it. I'm fired up. I'm excited about it. And the one thing that we have to really focus on is reverting back to our BTSD, the Bears Traumatic Syndrome Disorder. Okay? Where we think, well, the Rams are good, man. How are we gonna stop this? How are we gonna stop that, man? And there's no need. And trust me, I am not disrespecting the Rams by any stretch. Okay, you know how I feel. Give every opponent the proper respect they deserve. Prepare accordingly. Okay, but don't shrink yourselves. Don't shrink yourself or sell yourself short because another team's good. Guess what? I know the Rams are in the divisional round, but here's a little secret that some of you might not know. So are we. Okay, let's stop getting out of this woe is me mentality, this the sky is falling mentality. Okay, and remember and realize we are pretty damn good too. So just like people are talking about who's going to stop Puka Nakul, who's going to stop Devontae Adams, who's going to stop their running backs, who's going to stop Matthew Stafford this, Matthew Stafford that. Well, guess what? We got DJ Moore. We have Colston Loveland. We have Luther Burden III. We have Roma Dunze. We have Cole Kmet. We have DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monunga. So just for let's not get it twisted. LA is very talented. Very talented. So are we. Let's keep it a buck. Let's start respecting ourselves. We don't need to put ourselves down. Okay. Just because another team is good. Shit, we're in the playoffs. We're in the divisional round. Guess what? Here's the secret. Everybody else that's left in the playoffs is good too. They're good too, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they... Because we're good. We're good. And we're getting better. Week by week by week. Let's not forget, this is still our first year. We haven't even completed one season yet of the Ben Johnson system. We haven't even completed one season yet. And look, we had a quarterback who just missed 4,000 yards. We had 4 receivers with over 650 yards receiving. We had a running back with over 1,000 and a running back with over 800 yards. So let's not get it twisted. We're pretty damn good too. We're pretty damn good. Shorty says, let's talk about LaFleur and Jordan Love's stupid mustaches. Who the hell shaves their damn stashes down to the lip besides Jackie Gleason Smokey and the Bandit. Oh, man, yeah. That's funny. That's funny, Shorty. That's funny. We have, what's this? No one. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? Says, morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, sir. I'm a little fired up today. Had a good workout. Had a really good workout this morning. We have our Christmas party tomorrow, our holiday party tomorrow at CrossFit Warehouse. That's going to be off the chain. So I get to see, I get to see some people in clothes other than workout clothes. Last year we had the our holiday party at local cantina, where I'm having my watch party this week. We had it at local cantina, and I saw one of the coaches, and I was like, "Hey, John, what's going on?" John's the guy who puts our workouts together. I was like, "What's up, John?" I was like, "Where's the missus?" Dude, I was sitting right next to her. I was sitting right next to her. I sat down, looked at her. I was like, "Oh, I didn't know who it was." I sat down and looked right next to her, didn't know who it was. Like, "Oh, okay." Say, "What's up, John?" I was like, "Where's the missus?" He's like, "Right there." And she smiled, and I was like, and the smile I could tell. I was like, "Oh, shit, this what happens. You got your hair did, you got makeup on, you got lipstick on." I was like, damn. So we get to see our workout mates in real clothes. So that's going to be fun tomorrow. But listen, we're going to take a break, and we are going to hit the top of the morning topics on the other side of the break. All right, let me get the warden off to CrossFit. She was up. She was ready to go this morning. She was fired up, ready to go. So let me get her off to CrossFit. I already shoveled. When I got home, I had to shovel the driveway, throw some salt down there so she can walk out. But yeah, we'll do that. We will get her together on the other side of the break. So keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman, kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, aware that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media, who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, It looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
We start with the Bears and what a difference the right coach can make.
Yeah, absolutely. The right coach will not only galvanize his football team, but galvanize the fan base. All right, that's what this guy's got. He's the right deal. He's without question the man for the job. The other thing is he outcoached Philadelphia. Absolutely outcoached them from jump on both sides of the ball. This guy's the real deal. And it's funny how the same players, it's amazing. They seem to be getting better and better and better. That's this coach. He's all about accountability, and you see it with the team.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Sorry for the long delay. Had to get her off to CrossFit. When we called the car was coming in like 3 minutes. She didn't had to get her dressed, so it took a little longer than expected. But I appreciate your patience. Listen, let's get it cracking, baby. Let's get it crack-a-lack. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's go to the top of the morning. Let's get it cracking, baby. Where we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Here we go. The Bulls. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Bulls. They beat the Utah Jazz. This was on Wednesday. They beat the Utah Jazz 128-126 on a bucket. A last-second bucket by our walking double-double himself, Nikola Vucevic, left under the basket by himself. Great victory by the Bulls. He had 35.7 rebounds. Ayo DeSumo, 16 points, 6 assists. Patrick Williams, he's trying to get his nickname back. He had 13 points. Jalen Smith, 12 points. And Isaac Okoro, the newly acquired Isaac Okoro, he had 12 points in the win. Staying with the Bulls, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls travel to Brooklyn, representing BK to the fullest tonight to face the Nets. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. The next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks, baby. Last night, the Blackhawks fell to the Calgary Flames 3-1. Spencer Knight stopped 20 of 22 shots. Captain Nick Foligno, you see here in the picture, he was the only one to light the lamp for the Blackhawks, assisted by Doc and Staggert. Doc's 6th helper of the year, Staggert's 3rd assist on the campaign. Now, the Blackhawks, staying with them, the Blackhawks host the Boston Bruins tomorrow at the United Center. West Side! Puck drop is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Next top of the morning topic, former Cub. This is crazy. This is freaking crazy. Former Cub Kyle Tucker signs a 4-year, $240 million deal with the Dodgers. $60 million a year. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? $60 million a year. Damn. That is insane. Guess the Cubs are definitely out. We're out on him. They got their guy. They got their guy, Alex Bregman. $240 million. Hey, I'm happy for you, Kyle. Hey, Bob, if you can find someone to give you $50 million, gee, I ain't mad at you. Steve-O says in the back in our chat, he says, hope he only plays half a season for them too. Petty! But I feel you. Bump him. Hell with him. $60 million a year. Cut that in half. Uncle Sam, that's 30. Your agent, to say, all right, just after 30 million after Uncle Sam, after the union fees, the Jordan tax that all athletes pay now, is agent fees, union fees, Jordan tax. we'll probably come out with 22 to 25 mil a year. Clears. Are you freaking kidding me? This motherfucker is going to clear 22 million a year for the next 4 years. 22 million a year. Clear. That's insane. That's insane. Again, I'm happy for you, Papa. If someone wants to give it to you, it's obviously for the work you put in, dedication to your craft over the years. And it has finally paid off for you, my man. Finally paid off. So, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. The next top of the morning topic. Our Bears. The Bears. Yeah, lift that up, Steve-O, next time. The Bears host the Rams Sunday night. We are the last game on the docket. The divisional round. We will be on the lakefront at Soldier Field. Kickoff is at 5:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on NBC5. You can listen to it on the Bears flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. Channel 5, or listen to it on the radio. Actually, you don't need a radio. You have your phone. Download the ESPN Chicago app, and you can listen to it there. So you can listen to it from anywhere around the world, as long as you have the app. Or if you have NFL Plus, you can watch the game on NFL Plus. And if you're a tech guy, you want to project it or mirror it to a TV, well, there you go. I've only heard of it. I've never really done that. So that is crazy. Let me check some of the comments from you guys. Other people checking in, and I like it. Shorty says, of course, we are the last team to play this weekend. Pure torture. But it's because they know we are going to kick the Rams' ass. No, it's because they know that everybody wants to watch the Bears. It's not torture, dude. Dude, how can you get fired up? You get some stuff done in the morning. All right, if you're a church-going guy, you go to church in the morning, go to brunch afterwards. Come home, take a little nappy nap. All right, you get up around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Get ready for the game. If you're going to stay at home, what more? What more? Let's see who else is checking in, and what are they saying? AC Adams checking in. What's up, Baba? Good morning. It says bear down, world. Bear down. I agree. Patty Lara's in the house. Says happy Mickey Ficky. TGI Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Theo Shawn. So Monica and or Jeremiah are watching. Patty, Monica, Jeremiah, whatever combination of you are watching, good morning. But Shawn, yes, everything is okay with the warden. I just had to get the warden. I just had to get her into the car, and it was an expedition that came to get her today. I was like, oh, so she needed help getting into the truck, and when I called it, it was 3 minutes away. So for me to come back on real quick, and I knew I had to walk because I shoveled when I got home through Saltdown, so the walkway and our driveway is clear. But when I saw that it was an expedition and she would need help, that's why we ran the commercials long. So she's good. She's on her way to CrossFit. So, yeah, so she's good. Thanks for asking, Michonne. Appreciate you. Oh, and I thought of you. We had freaking burpees today, man. We had devil press, so that's a dumbbell. So you do a burpee, you jump up, and then we did a snatch. We alternated arms, every arm. So I ended up doing 40 burpees, and I thought of you. I was cussing you out the whole morning. My man Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr., he's in the house. How you feeling, Papa? How you feeling? I know you were you're a little under the weather, but good to see you checking in, tuning in. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And Brandon Schultz, I don't know. I think I said hi to you earlier. I don't know. If I didn't, Brandon, good morning. And you said you want to know what channel is the Houston Texans game on? Well, I will tell you. How about them there apples? Houston Texans, Sunday. Texans at Patriots, Sunday, 2 p.m. ABC 7 or ESPN? ABC 7 or ESPN? Cool B? But I am fired up. That's a good point. Very good point. Yeah, you can do some stuff. Ken James. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Says, cry, little bear. Cry, cry, cry soon. Cry, gonna lose. We might. That's a possibility. The other possibility is that we win. But I appreciate you tuning in, checking us out. Welcome. Some of my guys might give you some razzing, but that's okay. That's okay. Brandon says, I have a bird thing and I can watch it on, and I got myself a project. I mean, probably a projector. Okay. Okay, so you got it on the wall. On the wall. Yes, I did say 40 burpees. Not fun. Sure, he said, block that FGB fool. Oh, we're petty. That's okay. Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, goodness. When's the White Sox spring training? Well, we got to get through Sox Fest first at the Ramova Theater. You know, Reinsdorf is such a pain in the ass. And CubsCon starts today. So, Cub fans, you should be happy. Bregman's been in town. He's been at a Hawks game, been at a Bulls game. You got to get him to a Bears game. Is there a Bear game coming up soon? Oh, yeah, Sunday. Maybe get him to a Bears game. They're going to introduce him today, I believe. So, Cubs fans, enjoy. I know those conventions are really cool. You get to see a lot of the current players. You get to see a lot of the former players, the former legends, okay? And you're just in with your own people. You know, I won't be there. I wouldn't be there. I mean, unless I had to cover it. But Sox Fest has been dope multiple years that I've gone. And it's just... I was just with a whole bunch of Sox fans who love the Sox, seeing Harold Baines, seeing Ron Kittle. And I've seen them before, but it's just cool seeing them again in that atmosphere, all that energy. So, Cub fans, you guys have a great weekend ahead. All right, a great weekend with the Cubs convention. If you're able to go, it should be fun. So enjoy. My White Sox, I think next week is the Ramova Theater. It's a theater. Like, you talk about cutting back and just being cheap. The White Sox are just a pain in the ass. And in spring training, Brandon, I'm not sure. I don't know if you heard the snowplow driving by, but yeah. So I'm gonna start looking into spring training dates, probably in March. I know right around St. Patty's Day is always a good day to go. Yeah, so pitchers and catchers, Brandon, for the White Sox will probably report right around the same time as everyone else in Arizona, like sometime in February, the second or third week of February. All right, and then the position players will report a little later than that. And then March, you start playing games. Damn near every day you'll play a game in March. Okay, and that's when I'm probably going to go to head out to Arizona. I can't, man, it's going to be dope. I can't wait. Got to holler at my guy, see if I can stay with him. He's got a beautiful house. No, just get an Airbnb. No biggie, Airbnb. I'd rather get an Airbnb as opposed to a hotel. Going to smoke my cigars out back. I got some people out there that I've met through the years. You've seen one on here, Paul Richardson from the Sports Cave. He's a Chicago guy. He's a transplant out in Arizona. Red Level. He's a concert promoter. He lives out there. He's back and forth between Chicago and Arizona. So yeah, so I'll definitely have some people to hang with, in addition to my buddy who's from high school, a high school friend. So yeah, so that's. Brandon says, my mom and I go to Florida. Are you going to go to spring training to Tampa? If you do, that's dope. That is dope. But baseball's around the corner. I'm a little excited about it. I'm anxious to see how this new White Sox team performs. You know, we have a goal this year, and that's to get under 100 wins. And I know Cub fans you're going to be laughing and shit at us, and that's okay. That's all right. All right. We hit rock bottom, and we had to do nothing but we had to start from the bottom, literally rock bottom. All right, we got a lot of youngsters, a lot of prospects, and they're playing well. Okay, and with Will Venable as their manager, okay, instilling the fundamentals and discipline into this team. This team's going to be good. All right, I'm not putting us in the playoffs yet. I'm not putting us in the ALCS or World Series by any stretch. All I'm saying is this team's going to be competitive. They're going to be fun. They're not going to quit, and they're going to show us a spirit similar to that of the Bears. For the Bears, you got to play all 60 minutes. For the White Sox, you're going to have to play all 9 innings and then some, because these guys are not going to stop. So I'm looking forward to baseball season. It should be fun, especially if I can get out to spring training, spend some time in Arizona, like 4 or 5 days. That'd be real dope. Get away from this nonsense. But it's a good time. But listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome our guy Kole Noble from A to Z Sports. And we're going to preview this little Bears game they got going on Sunday. All right? I don't know about you, but I'm a little fired up about it. Yes, I am. All right, so keep it locked right here, ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best. I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we serve. We take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Off they go. Man in motion. Pass wide open, making the grab at the 45-yard line. DJ Moore. Gain of 17. 2nd and 7. Love stepping up, and Love will be taken down. Taken down there by Austin Booker, making the pop there, number 94. Meanwhile, Williams fires over the middle. Good beginning to this drive. And they will gang tackle. So 3rd and 8. Deep drop. Look out from behind. Throws down the sideline. It's caught. 30-yard line. And that's Loveland making the grab and holding on this time.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Prime Video. Those were the boys, baby. Those were the boys, and I'm fired up about it. Nice Saturday night game last week. We were rocking. Oh, my goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. We had a blast over at Branding Iron. It was rocking. DJ was going. I was on the mic. I was yelling FGB, FGB, Green Bay sucks, Green Bay sucks. It was crazy. 700 people inside and outside at Branding Iron. It was an event. Let's just put it like that. It was an event. But let's get it crack-a-lacking, baby. We're going to welcome our guest from A to Z Sports. He's a good friend of the program. He writes for the Bears, or he covers the Bears for A to Z Sports. He's been on here once or twice or maybe a trillion times. But who's counting? You can find him on Twitter at A to Z _slaw. Guys, let's welcome back to ShawnSierraSports, our guy, Kole Noble. Kole, what's up, Bubba? How are you?
Shawn, how's it going? I think it's somewhere between 1 or 2 or a trillion, somewhere in between there, if I had to guess.
Give or take.
Hey, but it's January 16th, and we're talking about a Chicago Bears playoff football game. How about that, man?
That is unbelievable. Usually we're talking about coaches, a new coaching search. We talk about mock drafts. We're talking about the senior week, senior bowl down there in Alabama. So, yeah, this is definitely a step up as to what we've been doing and covering. Talk to me and let me know if you're tired and sick of this bullshit, because I am, if you couldn't tell. Everybody's talking about how great the Rams are. And how do you feel about that? They're hyping these guys up. And I get it. We were 11-6. They were 12-5. Really good team. But they just struggled with Carolina, who some people didn't even think they belonged in the playoffs.
Right.
Give me your thoughts on this LA Rams team. Is there a lot of exaggeration or hype around this team, or is this team legit for real?
Yeah, I mean, when I was probably like halfway point of the year, if I had to pick my NFC favorite, it probably would have been the LA Rams. I mean, I thought that they were one of the more complete teams in the conference. And that was, right when they were getting that 1 seed, and, the Bears, Packers, Rams were all kind of flip-flopping with that 1 seed during that, middle into second, third part of the season. And then, Seattle got that big what was it, Thursday night win, or I think it was a Thursday night win over the Rams. And then ever since then, they ran away with the 1 seed. But I still think this is a really complete team. You talk about, what they can do with the passing game, especially on offense, is, ridiculous. The 2 receivers are insane and like the best wide receiver duo in the league easily. And then you have, I still think, a really strong run game. I mean, what they're doing with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum has been really successful, and it's kind of a new morphed approach with, the McVay run scheme. They're getting a lot more tight ends involved, which I think is an overlooked factor in their offense, is how much they use the tight ends, because that's something Cole Kmet brought up this week, and some defensive players talked about as well. Even Dennis Allen said they need to watch out for the tight ends in this game. I mean, that game-winning touchdown to Colby Parkinson, ear hole, back shoulder to win it against the Carolina Panthers. But in terms of last week's game, I think that was just playoff football. They were a lesser opponent, but their Rams were also on the road, and you can't overlook anybody in the playoffs. So that's kind of how I expected that game to go. I knew it would kind of be a late fourth quarter shootout, and I think that's kind of how this one will go as well. And that's pretty much going to be every week, it seems like, in this NFC playoff race.
Yeah, bro, I'm tired of this. Oh, the Rams are this, the Rams are that, the Rams are good, and this and that. Shit, we're playing in the same game. We're pretty damn good too. All right, let's not get it twisted. We're pretty damn good too. They have a great duo at wide receiver. We got a great trio. All right, we got Luther Burden. Okay, Luther Burden the third, excuse me. Roma Dunze and my man's in them, DJ Moore. All right, that's a hell of a trio of wide receivers. Right. And then that's not even mentioning the tight ends. So, and then our run game as well. 1,000 yards, 800-yard runner as well. Come on, man. People got to – one thing is, I guess, because of our BTSD, our Bears Traumatic Syndrome Disorder, we see a good team and we're like, oh, man, the Bears are going to get beat. We have to stop the self-deprecation because we're good. We are good now. We are a good football team that wins close games against quality opponents, and we've done it often this year. I just want people to start putting some respect on our own team's name.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And, that's you got to earn it. And they've been earning it this year. And I guess it's still just the 1 year thing. They don't, a lot of people on the outside don't think that they've earned it enough, I guess. Do you know the odds? Are they favored in this one at home?
No, they're Rams up 3.5.
Rams up 3.5. Wow. Yeah. So that's crazy. I think this is going to be a shootout for sure. I mean, you look at both defenses, and they're capable of giving up a lot of yards, and they're capable of giving up some points as well. So it's just going to be which quarterback, I think, in the fourth quarter steps up in the moment. Is it going to be Matthew Stafford, the MVP candidate, or is it going to be the Iceman, Caleb Williams? And that's, I think, what this game's going to come down to. And Stafford's more prone than Caleb to turn the ball over, too. It's the most, opportunistic defense in the league. They lead the league in interceptions and lead the league in takeaways. That could be the key factor in this one that, gives Chicago an edge, in my opinion.
It really does. And the fact that you're an underdog at home is a swift kick in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely going to lean into that.
Yeah. And I'm Ben Johnson. I'm definitely putting that on the billboard, on the bulletin board. All right. And let them know, like, they're coming to our house and they're favored. Okay. Yeah. That's how much respect people have for you. All right. And I think that's if they use that as fuel, they'll have a shot. So talk to me. How are we going to combat that powerful offense? Number one offense in the NFL. Okay. With Matthew Stafford, 38-year-old Matthew Stafford, with two really, really good wide receivers, two really, really good running backs. All right. A tight end, a group of tight ends that's not too shabby at all. And they can do it all. They can pass, they can run. Give me your thoughts on how our defense is going to attack this Rams offense.
Yeah. So in that second half of that Packers game, Dennis Allen said that there wasn't much schematic switch up outside of being more aggressive. They've turned up the blitz a little bit. They got to like a 30% blitz rate in the second half. And in my opinion, he has 3 chess pieces on his board in this game. And the only other game this season that he had these same 3 chess pieces was against the Philadelphia Eagles. And we know how that game went on the road against, that at the time the number one seed I don't think they're number one seed, but it was a big game. Like that was a massive game against the Eagles. And those three chess pieces, those three chess pieces are Kyler Gordon, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and Jaquan Brisker. This is the first game since that week 12, I believe, Eagles game, week 13 Eagles game, that those three players have actually all been on the field at the same time. Because Gordon had that injury before the Packers game that next week and missed. And then last week, CJ Gardner-Johnson was out with a concussion. Having all three of those guys is where he can kind of disguise some looks, disguise some blitzes, and start sending extra pressure, because it's not really as simple as just blitzing Matthew Stafford. He is exceptional against anything. He's exceptional against the blitz. He's exceptional against man, zone this year. Like, he's, in my opinion, the MVP of the season for a reason. And it's hard to really knock him off of his game. But, I mean, this is Dennis Allen's moment this week. He, has a defensive mastermind. He's coming in here to run the defense, had high hopes this year. And this, outside of the guys who have season-ending injuries, this is the healthiest unit he's had all season. So if he wants to bring, to fruition what he talked about all summer long and all training camp long of what this defense is supposed to look like, this is the game where he finally has all those pieces on his board and he can, try to get after Matthew Stafford with different, approaches with those guys.
That's a great approach, a great thought, because I didn't think about that. All guys are healthy, and now you got your weapons. All right, and I think that's one thing that's going to be very helpful for us is all three of those guys and the importance that they play, how you can interchange them and switch them out, mix and match with them, and I love it, because we're going to need a lot of disguise. We're going to need some confusion from the LA offense. And one thing that I really want, the thing you mentioned, you talked about physicality. I think the physicality part is huge. I am a proponent. I've said it before. I've even told if you get a 15-yard penalty with a personal foul because you hit some guy too hard, I'll take it. I said, you set the tone. They're coming to Chicago. It's fucking 80 degrees in LA, right? It's going to be 12 at the start of the game. That's a whole different ball game. And when you get jacked the hell up like that, it shit hurts. And it makes you question your life choices at that particular point. And I think that if they continue to play physical, it's going to affect that Rams offense, because we're used to it. They're not. And some people say, well, they got to play. Yeah, I get it. I understand you're playing for money. I understand you're playing to get to the NFC title game, hopes to get to the Super Bowl. But if you're not used to this weather, man, that's a whole. If you're not used to this weather and you get stung, somebody knocks the dog snot out of you. Hold on, player. That's not it. That's not fun. That really, really isn't fun. And I hope that the aggressiveness is carried over this week, because if it is, it gives us a really good shot to come out victorious.
Yeah, and I think last week they learned what that controlled aggression looks like. You talk about the week 16 game against the Packers. They were, like, I think we talked about it. They came out, fired up. And, it was 15-yard penalty after 15-yard penalty. They had 10 penalties for 105 yards in that game. And that was a big storyline going in to the wild card matchup, is they got to be, on their game and make sure that they didn't let the moment get too big. They need to make sure, no one leaned into, the energy of that game. And the Bears only had 2 penalties that entire game, which is tremendous, because penalties have been an issue for this team all season long, and only having 2 in the first playoff game was awesome. And they still played violent and aggressive on defense, like I said, in that second half. So that's kind of, like you said, cold weather, California team coming to town. They've been practicing, sunny 80 degrees all week long. And the Bears have been out in the elements every day with no heaters. So, you come out and start smacking some guys early on. Yeah, they're going to start feeling it in that cold weather.
What they might do because of the weather, and I think this is the route they're going to go. They're going to run the ball. I think they're going to run the ball to help to deal with the passing game, because we don't know what the winds are going to be like probably until that day, or at least the night before. How do we stop this run game? Teams have had some success running against us all year long. And if they have some success, it's going to open up a lot of things for those stud receivers and tight end rooms we talked about. How do we go about stopping this run game that the Rams have?
Yeah, so up front, I think this is Grady's moment to really, earn his stuff. and earn coming back next season as well, because he's got a great voice. He's a great leader, and he's dealt with some knee injuries earlier in the year. But this is where you know what you paid Grady Jarrett for. Being that leader in the middle of that defense, shutting down the run. And, the TJ Edwards injury, as, horrible and significant as that was, and he's going to be out for a while, maybe even not even come back to Chicago if they do an injury settlement with him. So that was a terrible injury to suffer last week. But with Jamarco Jackson in, he has a lot more speed than TJ Edwards is playing with right now, just because of all the injuries that TJ Edwards is trying to work his way back through. So, going against this defense, I think DeMarco Jackson being in that middle elevates that second level for the Bears too. And I mean, the safeties can go down there too. And then I talked about the two box corners, and CJ and Kyler. Those guys are gonna play really well against the run. And outside corners have been playing pretty well as well. Outside of Jalen Johnson making a couple of business-like decisions here and there the last couple of weeks, but hopefully he gets a little fire put under him this week to clean that stuff up and figure it out.
Yeah, that's gonna be a key part for us. Is a vital part of stopping this run. I'm looking forward to the chat. I'm looking forward to it like I'm playing. That's crazy. I hope they're excited about it, because these opportunities can be few and far between. And we're having a good year now. And a question to you: how do you feel that this team is? Do you think they've turned the page? A lot of people that have wondered that, because it was such a big win, such an emotional win last week over Green Bay. You think they're able to turn the page this week, or do you think there's still some, a little hangover from that lingering?
Yeah, that's definitely a concern that I saw a lot of people talking about earlier in the week. Talking about, teams that had big playoff wins or like late fourth quarter comebacks in the playoffs and how things went the next round. And usually they got clobbered. But, I go back to at halftime, they had brought up the 28-3 Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, and how they have two players that were on both sides of that. And Grady Jarrett for the Falcons, he knows what it's like to have a big lead and blow it. And on the other side, Joe Thuney, he was on that Patriots team. He knows what it's like, and being in the locker room at halftime and rallying back from 28-3. So that veteran leadership, they talked about that in training camp, even before the season, even before playoffs. That was way back in training camp. They had brought those two guys up in front of the team and talked about that game. So it came to fruition. They came back 21-3, won that game against the Packers in the second half. And now this week, I think the message has been coming from Case Keenum, because he was on the Minnesota Vikings team in the playoffs when they were the number 1 seed, the Minneapolis Miracle against the Saints. And the next week, they got absolutely clobbered in the NFC Championship game by the Philadelphia Eagles. So he knows what it's like to be on the top of the world in the playoffs and then just fall right in your face the next week. So, Drew Dahlman talked earlier in the week that they've been leaning into Keenum's message, and it's just the veteran leadership they brought in. They're the ones sending that message. It's not Ben, it's not the coaches, it's the guys that have been here and gone through this before. And I don't want to say been there and done that, because like Grady and Keenum, they got there and they were on the bad side of it, but they've been here and experienced it, and can share those lessons with the rest of the team and say, hey, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be those guys. We want to be the ones that come out on top and the ones that, learn and turn the page. So yeah, turning the page is definitely, a big emphasis this week, and getting prepared for the Rams and letting last week in the rearview mirror.
So when we're on offense, that defense that the Rams have is very, 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 very suspect.
Yep.
Do you think do we attack that way with this team? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, so they're one of the worst teams against the play action, actually. So this is the week you want to get that running game going again, early in the game especially. And the problem is really that defensive line. They put a lot of resources into that defensive line. You talk about Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, the guys they have on that, Byron Young on that defensive line. Those guys can really hurt you, but I mean, we also have a really strong offensive line, and Caleb Williams has been, having some time in the pocket and can make some magic happen, getting out of sacks. So I'm not too concerned, about the defensive front as I am if this is like last year when we were talking about this matchup. But definitely getting that run game early is going to be the key, and then start hitting those play action shots, because that defense is really suspect in the secondary. They're down, multiple players back there in that back end. So you get that play action shot game going, you're really going to hurt this team deep.
Okay. The wind could be whipping.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. It's going to be freezing. Your thoughts on Matthew Stafford himself in cold weather? He doesn't have a good record in cold weather. I don't know if you have it around close by. It's like 1-7, 1-8, 1-9, something like that. And we saw Caleb. Caleb's already played in a few cold weather games. Your thoughts on Matthew Stafford in this cold weather?
Yeah, so actually, this is probably going to be the coldest game. Depending on how it looks, Sunday at kickoff. But the forecast right now, this is going to be the coldest game of Stafford's career. And I pulled it earlier in the week, his last 6 outdoor games, and I saw a lot of people pulling like below 40 or like certain degrees. I went straight up below freezing, below 32 degrees. He's won his last 3 games outdoors below freezing temperature. The last 6, though, he's 3-3, but 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in those games. So I think it's a little bit misconstrued of, is Stafford bad in the cold, but I think he's, playing the elements. He's been in the NFC North for years. He's used to it. He's used to going to Green Bay. He's used to going to Chicago late in the year. So I think for him, it's not going to be a big of a deal, but the other, guys that are used to the California weather that aren't from the NFC North, it's going to affect them a little bit more. The injury with Stafford's, sprained right index finger, I believe it is, that he suffered against the Panthers. That in cold weather may play a role. Maybe it can affect the passing and how he grips the ball, throws against the wind, all those types of things we were talking about. But yeah, with Caleb, I have no concern. I mean, he's built for these kind of games and built for these elements. So he's been lighting teams up in cold weather games all season.
I do too. I've gained a lot of confidence with Caleb as the year has gone on, as the season has gone on. I've gained a lot of confidence in him and just his calm, cool demeanor. All right, and it's refreshing to see. Okay, because one of the things that goes with that is your team's confidence. If they see you as calm, cool, collected, they're going to be calm, cool, and collected. And he's the undecided leader of that offense, of that team. And if you see your guy chill in moments of chaos, guess what? You're going to be chill in moments of chaos. And I think that's a phenomenal thing. You think, who would you say might have the biggest impact this week from the receivers / tight ends?
For the Bears?
Yes.
I mean, it has to be Colson Loveland. I mean, even with Rome Odunze coming back, I'm still shocked that Colson Loveland got as many targets as he had. I mean, he is now Caleb Williams' go-to guy. It was Rome Odunze earlier in the year, but Rome missed so much time with that, with that injury, with the foot injury, stress fracture. Yeah, with the stress fracture that, I mean, Colson's taken over that role. And he's a matchup nightmare. I mean, they're motioning him out in a heavy set, getting him one-on-one on the outside with the linebackers and, throwing it up to him on 2-point conversions. They're getting to him on 3rd and 4th downs. Like, he is converting in, got to have it money situations. But, I mean, even 4th and 8, though, who'd the ball go to on that 4th and 8 play, to really, the biggest throw of, Bears history, it seemed like. That was still to Odunze. So, I mean, when you got to have it, Odunze and Colson are the guys for Caleb Williams. But, I mean, it's also been scheme offense. He's scheming the number one options on different plays. So is that DJ Moore? He's scheming, the fake tunnel screen and it's going to DJ Moore for the touchdown. I mean, how awesome was that one?
That was
and
dope.
Then Luther Burden, the more opportunities they give that guy, he's, coming through time and time again. He had the one little hiccup on that interception where something was off. I don't know what it was, but it definitely was off with Burden. Because Caleb was getting into him on the sideline. And, that was leadership and growth from Caleb. He's becoming, the Ben Johnson eyes on the field. And, he's going to the sideline and being the voice, too. When someone's not in their details, he's letting them know about it. So, but, outside that one blunder by Burden, and, it worked. It was a 4th down and turned into a long interception. It was basically an arm punt. So that's probably the best interception you can have and best outcome on that play. But, it's still – Burden can be a guy too, especially after the catch. And I think he was made for these games too. The attitude he plays with is second to none. Like, this guy is built for big time moments and getting in people's faces. And
people.
Yeah, I love Burden. I love the way he plays. But yeah, Colson and Rome, I think, are the two guys, and got to have it situations. Caleb's going to look to those two.
Yeah, he tried to go to Rome a lot last week, but just their timing just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Timing they had just wasn't there. It'll probably get better this week after another week of practice. And we're going to need that. We're going to need everything. We're going to need to be firing on all cylinders because they do have a lot of weapons. We have a lot of weapons. We just need to make sure all of our weapons are established and up to speed.
Right.
And Rome, that's the issue Rome had. He hadn't been up to speed because of his injury. And I get it. But, man, we got to get him back because that gives us a big-bodied receiver with jump ball ability. Okay, you can clear out a side. Man, there's so many different things you can do when you have 3 good receivers and not just 2. So, yeah, I'm excited about him coming back. I mean, getting another week under his belt this week because it's very rare you come back from an injury and play like you were right before the injury. You know what I mean? It's just you got to have rehab, and then the mental state comes into it. How is my foot going to be okay? Am I going to cause another stress fracture or even break it cleanly? There's a lot that goes into it. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out with Caleb because this is Caleb's biggest game of his career. And if any other games after this will be the biggest game of his career.
Yeah. But we're talking about like Rome, we're talking about Caleb in these big moments. Rome had a quote last week where I'm talking about that 4th and 8 play. He said that was the biggest throw of his career until he makes the next one. I mean, that's how it is with Caleb Williams right now. It's every moment that comes up. If it's big time 4th quarter moment, I mean, he keeps rising to the occasion, man, and he keeps making crazy throws unlike anything I've seen quarterbacks make before. So that's the Caleb Williams that the Bears thought they were getting with the number 1 overall pick, and he's starting to show that. So it's exciting to see.
It damn sure is, and I'm looking forward to it because of the development of Caleb, because of the development of this offense. They finally seem to be in sync. What about the coaching matchup? That's the one that I'm interested in. All right, you got 2 phenomenal offensive minds. Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning coach. Then you got Ben Johnson, who's trying to get to that level, but has been a more than respected, a highly respected play caller in this league to this point. So your thoughts, does either team have an advantage with their head coach / play caller, or is it kind of a wash?
I mean, playoff experience, I think you'd have to give some slight advantage to McVay. I mean, he's got Super Bowl experience, playoff experience. I mean, this is the 15th team in the playoffs or Super Bowl that he's playing against in 15 playoff or Super Bowl games. He's never played the same team twice in the postseason. That's incredible.
Right, heard that. That is insane.
Like every single year he's in there. I think the only 2 teams in the NFC he hasn't played in the playoffs are the Giants, Commanders, and the Rams. I mean, he's now played every other team in the NFC besides the 3 teams. So he has experience in these moments and in the postseason. So I give him some advantage to that. And as great as play callers as both these guys are, you have to recognize that they are exceptional head coaches, both Ben and Sean McVay. And that's not something I don't know that many people expected out of Ben Johnson, is how great of a actual head coach he is. Everyone knew he was a great offensive mind, a great play caller, great at building a scheme and being on the details. But I mean, he's been great with the entire team. I mean, leading the locker room, all 3 phases of the game. He has a strong, voice in, and he's going into meetings on defense, going in special teams meetings, praising those guys. I mean, the work he's done with the 53-man roster and the practice squad, the next man up approach. I mean, it's not something that many expected to see out of Ben Johnson, and he's been a tremendous coach. As great as Mike Vrabel is, he already has one, I'm pretty sure. The coach of the year is Ben Johnson. I would have to give it to him just because not many people expect this, but Sean McVay is the same way. Everyone that goes to Los Angeles loves Sean McVay. Offense, quarterbacks, defense, they all praise that guy. So, but the experience gives a slight advantage to Sean McVay in this one if we're going to talk about the coaching matchups. But like I said, this is Dennis Allen's chess piece board now with Sean McVay on the other side. So if he wants to prove himself as one of the best defensive masterminds, this is his game to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, especially if you can outduel Sean McVay. Holding your own would be great. All right, just holding your own. You don't have to destroy him, but holding your own will be great. Let Caleb do the work. So he's gonna have to follow some of his advice. He tells Caleb let the playmakers make their plays and do. You don't have to do all the work. But now he's got to realize he doesn't have to do all the work. He's got Caleb. He's got a quarterback who can. He doesn't have to worry about trying to win it. I'm liking where Ben Johnson is. I'm really liking it. He doesn't get. I hope he just doesn't get crazy and do stupid shit like, snap the ball, have Kole be the quarterback and snap the ball over underneath Cole's legs, over on guy's head. Just sometimes basic is the best. And I think he may have learned his lesson from all that. And I think he's going to be a lot less willing to run a trick play or so down there. So,
what are your thoughts on how aggressive he was early in the game last week on 4th down? Because he said it wasn't really a lack of trust in the defense, but more of actually a trust in the defense that, they're a good red zone defense and short yardage that they could hold their own. And, the time possession was a big thing. They wanted to make, maximize their possessions they had compared to the last couple Packers games. So what did you think about his approach in that first half?
I thought, it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work. They're down 21-3. I get it. I understand it.
I think it's definitely, something he's not really going to shy away from, especially seeing those results. I don't think he's going to avoid it this week if they pop up.
Yeah, I also think that you want to be cautious, but you don't want to take the gunslinger mentality out of it, because that's what makes him great. I think sometimes you got to settle a little bit. Sometimes you got to not change who you are, but you just have to alter.
Right.
All right, because you can't go. We're coming out of the 10-yard line. It's 3rd and 10. We miss it. So I'm like, let's go. No, let's not give him the ball at the 10-yard line going in. No, But I think that if he's judicious with those situations, it's a case-by-case situation in 4th down. Time and distance, down and distance, or I should say, a place on the field. Where are they at? If I don't get it, what crappy setting a scenario am I putting my defense in? Can my defense hold it? So I guess it's going to be a case-by-case situation. I don't mind the aggressiveness, but you still have to be leery. You can't just be Dan Campbell on speed.
Right. So inside the 30, field goal range, are you fine with the field goals, or do you want to see Ben go for it and try to get touchdowns in this particular game against the Rams? Just how the scoring in this game could go.
I got to see. See. If the Rams are kicking field goals, I'm good kicking field goals. If the Rams are scoring touchdowns, we have to go for touchdowns. All right. We can get in a shootout with this team. We have more than enough weapons, but I'm not going to trade you your 7 for my 3. That's not going to work. No, I'm not. So if they're scoring touchdowns and we have the opportunity to go for it on 4th as opposed to kick, yeah, I'll take the chance on 4th down. Because it gives players confidence, it gives the team confidence that we're going for it, and the defense gives them confidence that, hey, you trust us enough that if you don't get it, we're in a bad spot and we're not gonna break. So, that's what I would say. I would say, depending on the situation, I'm okay with him being aggressive.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with it too, just because I think that the kicking advantage, Soldier Field, the weather, the elements, I think it is on the Bears side. Cairo Santos, he's been shaky at times, but at Soldier Field late in the season, he's usually been reliable and a weapon for this team. And, he hit a 51-yarder last week, at Soldier Field. That was a big kick in the second half. So, and, this kicker for the Rams, he's a new guy. Harrison Mevis, thicker the kicker. And this is his first game at Soldier Field and the elements. He's used to the dome, used to the indoor stadium. I think this, could be an advantage. I think the Rams might actually lean more to being the aggressive team when it comes to field goals, just because of the elements and, this guy's first game out there at Soldier Field.
Who do you think has the advantage Bears or Rams in special teams department?
Oh, definitely the Bears. Yeah, the Rams special teams have been, they almost cost them. I think they had a blocked punt maybe last week.
Yep.
And then they've had some hiccups in special teams, that almost cost them games or did cost them games throughout the season. And I think the Bears have a really good special teams unit. I was, seeing the coaching staff come together, and Richard Hightower is like one of the only coaches that got retained in from the previous staff. I knew Ben saw something, with him and with his unit. I mean, we saw it last year. They had a couple big, special teams plays, but some special teams blunders too. So I was kind of on the fence with bringing him back. We had some block kicks and things like that last year that, end up in losses, for Chicago. But Hightower this year, I think his unit's been playing really well. I mean, some of those guys out there, Josh Blackwell, even DeMarco Jackson, when he was, in that special teams role, there were some dogs out there on that special teams. Even some guys that are, coming up from the practice squad, Jalen Reeves-Maven, Nikola Kalinick, those guys that are coming up and playing special teams roles, they got some pop to them too. So, and how about Duvernay? Duvernay is having some pretty good returns lately too, and it's not being talked about enough. I mean, he's flipping some fields in that return game as well. So I think they definitely have a strong advantage, in that third phase.
And I'm glad you brought up Devin Duvernay because he is a game changer. We understand how important a kick returner can be here in Chicago. Okay, we had a Hall of Fame one do it for years.
I don't think the Packers do. They put Josh Jacobs back there.
I know. I was watching that. And I'm like, wait, why is he back there? What the hell?
Running RB1 back there returning kicks.
Someone come down low, take his knee out. Dude, he's out. But hey, actually, they're out still. But
how do you feel about the? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, finish. How do I feel about what?
We haven't really, hit on enough really that wide receiver duo. How do you think the Bears kind of, go about defending Puka and Devontae? Because it's easy when you have a guy like Jalen to just throw him on the number one, but when you got two number ones out there, I'm interested to see what the approach is. Because I think with Devontae, he's kind of the taller guy, possession guy. He's got all these red zone touchdowns, and I mean Nahshon Wright. You go back to that Steelers game when they put him on DK, that was his best game of the year against a possession guy. So, but I mean, Devontae is also a savvy, route runner and, great off the release too, which can give Nahshon Wright a little bit of issues. So that's, the outside battle, and how Dennis Allen deals with that. He's got three guys and Jalen, Wright, and Stevenson to work with to try to match up with those two. Will be interesting.
Yeah. I think we have to be physical with them. I think we have to be physical with them. I know even if you're playing zone, stab and bail, punch and bail. All right. And get back to where to your responsibility. I think you have to slow them down, disrupt the timing. I think that's how they got to deal with that duel. And the one thing they have to do, they got to be physical. They have to bring the lumber. They got to. They got to bring it. You got to hurt these people legally, of course. You got to be putting face mask in chest. You got to be putting your shoulder pads in the ribs. You got to be doing all this stuff to bring them down and make them hurt. Make them hurt. And I think that's going to go a long way when you make a team who's not used to this weather come this weather, play in this weather. Damn, you keep getting hit like that. Oof. That's you, not me, buddy, is what some teammates will probably say. So I think that's
right.
I think that's the key to the secondary. Talk to me about that defensive line. We talk about the secondary, but those two go hand in hand. All right. The D coordinator talked about Austin Booker a little bit the other day. Montez Sweat. Your thoughts on that duo rushing the passer?
Yeah, I mean, if they're not getting home, Stafford's going to pick the secondary apart. I think that's just the truth of the matter, especially these two wide receivers, because Kevin Byard talked about it. Every single route they run, it looks like a go route. And then they're breaking back, and it's a 6-back to 5, or, they're breaking and it's a 15-yard comeback, but everything looks like a vertical with these guys. And then maybe it's just a straight go route. So if they're matched up in man coverage, it's going to be, hard to figure out what they're doing and try to stay sticky on those two just because they're such tremendous route runners, especially Devontae. His release is second to none. It's phenomenal. But if they're not hitting home, those guys are going to get open. So, like you said, that's a big part of this game. And the Rams get Kevin Dotson back in the offensive line. That's a big loss they had that, is coming back this week in the interior of that front. Coleman Shelton's actually playing really good, football. Familiar name from the Bears starting center from last year that they let go. And he wasn't playing that kind of level with the Bears last year, but he's playing at a good level now. So that interior is going to have some work cut out for him. So it's going to be on these two edge rushers, especially if they're not going to try to blitz Stafford per se. Ideally not, try to blitz him and leave an extra guy, not out there in the secondary. It's got to be on Montez and Booker. Booker's had some big plays here lately. So I like to see him get there. No roughing the passer, though. That's an issue with Booker. Don't do that. Keep your head up, buddy. Keep the head up. But, yeah, I mean, him and Montez hitting big, hitting home is going to be big for this defense to, try to come out on top.
How big of it is a deal? Jay Grizz writes, how big of a deal is it that we have Ozzie Trapillo? I'm sorry, to not have Ozzie Trapillo. To not have him. Sorry.
That's going to be significant, just because I think Trapillo is a better pass blocker than Benedict. And again, another brutal injury. I hate that for Ozzie. He was really coming on. It looked like he might, have a chance to be the future left tackle for this team. And a brutal injury with the patellar tendon. A brutal one to come back from. It's going to keep him out till at least October, November, and even then he's not going to be the same player, at least for until 2027. So it's that sucks to see that, but in terms of this game, it's next man up, and that's Theo Benedict, and I think it's been a smart approach. I was heavily criticizing the approach going back to training camp where they went without a starting who was the starting left tackle? It went all the way up to week 1 until they finally made the decision. I didn't like that because I like having synergy. I like knowing who your 5 is and getting experience with your 5. But now all 3 of those guys, Braxton Jones started the season, Benedict came in, and then when he got hurt, Ozzie was able to take over. They all now had starting experience. So you get Braxton Jones back as the backup. You can rely on him if something happens to Benedict in this game, but Benedict will be the starter. He's got some issues in pass protection. He's probably going to be against Jared Verse, who's a really strong young edge rusher. So that's going to be a tough matchup for him to go up against. But he brings a lot of athleticism in the run game. So, I mean, if you're trying to get the run game and the play action going this week, it is good to have Benedict in the lineup because, he can get out in space on that left side. You can start doing some left outside runs with him out in space too.
Yeah. His starting experience is huge for us. Huge.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing. And that's why I was not okay with TJ Edwards going down, but I wasn't heartbroken because we got DeMarco Jackson. All right. Can we just give a shout out to Ryan Poles for bringing in some pretty badass backups? You know what I mean? And that saved our season, throughout some guy here, some guy there, you know what I mean? And undrafted free agents, second, low round picks, doesn't matter. When you're out there, they're able to perform, which has kept us at an 11-6 record. Well, 12-6 now with the playoff game. Just his ability to scout what he did before, his ability to identify talent, get the talent in here, and Ben's ability for him and the coaching staff to develop them. It's something we definitely haven't had here. Cole, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I got time. What were you going to say?
No, you're good. I was just going to say I'm a little biased, but I don't think that any other team in the league has gotten the most out of their 53-man roster than the Bears have this year. In terms of how the backups have stepped up, how the backups have performed, having the right talent on the team to be ready for these kinds of things, it's been remarkable. Every single week is a new hero story for a guy on this roster, and that's a testament to Ben. That's a testament to Ryan putting this together this year.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, we got one more time. All right. And then if we get through that, we'll worry about the other time. But right now we got one game.
Yeah. 1-0 this week.
Yeah. 1-0. And then we move on to the next one. So, Cole, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate it. Do me a favor, though, before you go, let everyone know where they can find you and your work online.
Yep. A to Z Sports Chicago. A to Z Sports.com. You go to the Chicago tab, find all of the articles there. And then A to Z _slaw on Twitter. We'll knock off the coleslaw. So nickname. So A to Z slaw on _slaw on Twitter. You can find me there as well. But yeah, looking forward to it. Hey, it's a 5:20 Eastern time kickoff instead of a 8:20. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, it's not a late night. It's not gonna be a late night on Sunday. We might get out of there before midnight and not have to be up with the owls out there at night.
No, it's 5:20 Central.
5:20 Central. Yeah.
Yeah, 5:20 Central time. You said Eastern. I'm like, hold on. I know it's not 4:30. Yeah, no, 5:20 Central time. And the cool thing is, much to my guy Dan Shortino, or Mr. Shorty, we call him, it's the last game on the docket. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I love it. He's like, I gotta wait all day. I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, plan your day out. Go to church. Go to breakfast. Go to brunch with the family. Come home. Take a nap. Get fired up. Have the missus start getting some. If you're staying home, have the missus start making some finger foods and shit for the game. You wake up like 3:30, 4, like, okay, let me get ready for the game. Pop a beer or something, get it going, and go make sure you get your Bears shirt and jersey. So yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, nice, dude, very nice. You got A to Z
merch.
And I got my Sports Zone Chicago shit on. You repping? I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
cool, but
must watch TV, man. Bears are must watch television now. I got the 8:20 or 6:30 game Eastern time. So
yeah,
everybody's watching the Bears.
Everyone's watching the Bears, man. I got a new shirt so we created a new shirt. So I'll be selling. I got a watch party this week. So another one this week. I'm gonna have them every week until they lose. But I got this watch party. This shirt. I'll be selling at the watch party.
There you go. Nice.
Their own t-shirts and stuff. And I have another one that I can't tell you because I got a guy working at it right now, but it's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
All right.
Cool, Cole. I appreciate it, man. We'll be in touch soon, man. Bear the hell down. Where are you watching the game? At home? You going out? What are you doing for the game?
Yeah, I'll be locked in. Yeah, locked in with the computer and covering the game. So getting ready for the press conferences after the game and everything too. Watching it on the YouTube channel they got. So I'll be locked in the war room here at the house, getting ready for it.
Okay. I'll be at a bar drinking like a fool because there's no school on Monday, no work on Monday.
I hear you.
Hey, great stuff, man. We'll be in touch soon, man. Appreciate your time.
All right, appreciate it. Bear down.
All righty, bear fuck down. That's our guy Kole Noble, A to Z Sports. Love it. I'm fired up. Why not us? Why not us? Derrick Rose said it best. Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't the Bears go to the Super Bowl and win it? Shorty, why not? Shorty opened my eyes. He kept saying all year, and I kept saying, hey, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. It's a development year for Caleb. Shorty's like, F you, Shawn. They're winning the Super Bowl. I was like, F you, Shorty. They're not winning the Super Bowl. F you, Shawn. They're winning the Super Bowl. One day I got to take my lunch and hop out. Yeah, dude, of course. Come on out. Come on on. He even had more faith than I did. He had more faith than I did. And trust me, we're not. I'm not talking Super Bowl yet. We got this one. This one on Sunday. Let's get to that one and get to the NFC Championship game. And hey, that might be here next week too. And we'll know. And that's the awesome part. You'll know. If Seattle loses, the Bears have so much to play for. Bears, you win, you get the NFC Championship game at home next week. Shorty says, yeah, I just think that every year. But there's a lot. When the Bears play, it'll all be settled. They'll know where every scenario. So if I were them, I'd have a rooting interest. I'd have a big time rooting interest in the Niners. But I don't know if the Niners can get it done. I don't know. Got some people checked in. I told you usual suspects will check in at the show. My man Jay Grizz in the house. What's up, Papa? Jay Grizz calling in from Philly. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The Plank Star is in the house. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Rock Davis, he's in the house as well. Yo, what's going on, guys? Shit. It's Friday. Ain't got no job. Ain't got shit to do. Oh, man. Anyone else that I miss? I think, yeah, Bruhai got you. So got the Plank Star. Jay Grizz. King Booker World. They have to make Stafford move, get him off his spot. I agree. They got to make him uncomfortable. Like, if you don't get any sacks, okay, cool. But if you get him off his spot and he has to make some off-platform throws, I don't know if he's the kind of guy who does that well. I don't know if he does that well. Okay? Because he's going to want to hit those receivers in stride, and he's going to have some weird arm angles and 1 foot on the ground and move him off his spot. Move him off his spot. Tell you what, it's been. Oh, first of all, let me take this down. And just so you know, Sunday. Chicago Bears watch party at local cantina, sponsored by Sports Zone Chicago. That'll be pregame show. Sports Zone Chicago pregame show. Raffle giveaways throughout the event. Sports Zone Chicago swag will be on sale. And listen to these game day specials. 99-cent wings. $2.99 for tacos. And let me tell you, their birria tacos are amazing. Best I've had in the city. Best I've had. You got chicken tacos, steak tacos, $2.99 a taco. And then they have carnitas. So if you go out Saturday night and get messed up, get there a little early, get some carnitas, get that grease in you, soak up all the alcohol. $8.99 for a pound of carnitas. And, of course, tons and tons and tons of cold drinks. DJs after the game, man, we're going to kick it. You saw, listen, let me get this. Let me get this down. You saw when I went live how crazy, when the video I posted last week, you saw how crazy that was. That was at a different venue. We're going to get it live again after the Bears win. We're going to get it live. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to leave my car there. Come back in the morning and get it. There's no school, no work for a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Come back and get my car on Monday. But it's going to be one. It's going to be one. So I'm excited about it. You should be too. All right. Have you heard about the new the situation with the stadium? So they're moving. Not moving. They're talking to Indiana. Indiana's like, come on over. Come on over. Indiana is rolling out the red carpet. They are rolling out the red carpet. It is, I really don't see him going to Indiana. Indiana's giving him a big time package. No diddy. They're rolling out the stops. Yeah. You're talking about the Indiana Bears? I don't know. It would suck, but they'd have a whole bunch of land. They could still do whatever they wanted with that land. You know what I mean? With if they want to build a museum or an entertainment center. And truth be told, that would be so economically beneficial to that area. Because it's downtrodden area. So that economically, that would build up that area big time. Big time. So Gary, what else? What are the Gary, we cross over the border? No, I can't even think. Dyer, all those little towns over there, man, they will get a huge boost. Property values are going to go up. Yeah, I was just messing around. I know they'd still be the Chicago Bears. Jay Grizz says, come on, man, you're wrapping up my morning with the Indiana Bears talk. I hear you. I'll tell you why they're not going to move to Indiana. No politician wants to go out as a person who let the Bears leave Indiana on their watch. No politician wants that to happen. So, again, I think this is just leverage. All right, dude, Indiana's moving forward with it, man. They have it planned. They're going to sell bonds to, Hey, Shawn, Pritzker changed his tune. He's willing to help with the infrastructure. I hope so. Because once the Bears are rumored to be going, there's going to be a whole bunch of people who went to save it. Why? Just because the city is so damn greedy. That's the problem. Let's see. Yo, we also have to put him on that ground cold for sure. Oh, you're talking about Matthew Stafford. Yeah. Hell yeah. You got to hit him, knock him down. Whew. Rick, you are a damn fool. So I have to start F visiting Indiana like F visiting Wisconsin? FGB. Oh, dude, that's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. And listen, 2 hours is coming on. I want to thank my guest, Kole Noble, for coming out from A to Z Sports for talking Bears football with us. I want to thank you guys, as always. You guys are the shit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jay Grizz, Rick Gonzalez, Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls, Rock Davis checking in. All right. Junior, Patty, Michelle Cornelius, Bruja 7, Plankstar in the building, Patty getting in on it, King Booker World, Black Diamond. All right. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I'm kind of going through the chat just to see. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. All right, there's people in the back who don't check in, just sit and watch, and that's cool. I appreciate the love and the support. Thank you, my man Junior, my man Dante Purify 8553. Dude, great stuff. I appreciate it greatly. I told you a lot of good stuff coming for Sports Zone Chicago this year. I want you guys to be on the ground level of it and experience all the cool shit we got. Wait till you see the next shirt. Wait till you see the next shirt. I got a guy who's working on it now. Yeah, I got a guy who's working on it now. It's going to be dope. Dope. But again, real quick, before we go, Sports Zone Chicago's watch party tomorrow at Local Cantina, 5130 West 95th Street. I will have a Sports Zone Chicago pregame show, raffle giveaways throughout the event. Sports Zone Chicago swag will be on sale. I'm going to be selling those good, better, best t-shirts. Those should sell out. The game day specials, 99-cent wings, $2.99 for tacos, $8.99 for a pound of carnitas. Man, oh man, phenomenal food for the game. And then DJ, spin that wheel. DJs are going to be playing after the game. It's going to get lit. Whew. All right. So make sure you're there Tuesday. What the hell are you doing, dummy? Make sure you're there Sunday. Sunday. It's going to be one heck of a game. All right, listen. I got to get out of here. Do yourself a favor. Let your lovers know you love them because tomorrow is promised to no one. Okay? I have my holiday party tomorrow, and one of the girls who was there last year will not be there this year. My girl Maricela passed away this year, or last year, excuse me, early on in the year, and it still gets me, man. She was dope as hell. Yeah. Just want to tell you, let your loved ones know you love them because tomorrow's promised to no one. And one of the guys dropped in today. He used to work out. He used to be a coach there, and dropped in across the warehouse this morning for the 5 a.m. class. And he's in the back of the locker room. In the locker room, they have some memorial boards. There were two people who passed away, Jim Smith and our girl Maricela, and they had the big memorial boards, and so they put those in the locker room. And he was kind of taken aback by it, got a little emotional because he was good friends with her as well. And so just let your loved ones know you love them, man. All right, be smart. If you're going to be drinking tomorrow, which is fine, just don't drive. All right, just don't drive. All right, go get you an Uber, go get you a Lyft, whatever. Get a designated driver, whatever you got. Just don't do it, man. Don't do it. It's expensive, but the hell with the money. All right, you can get stuff back. You can lose stuff that you can never get back, like your life or the life of someone else, or your freedom. What if you crash and you're a vegetable from now on, or hit someone and they're a vegetable? You know what I mean? You can do a lot of damage. So enjoy responsibly. All right. Junior says his grandson Jeremiah is walking around saying Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. That's awesome. All right. Be responsible. Enjoy it to the best, to the fullest. Let's cheer these Bears on tomorrow to beat the LA Rams and host with the help of the San Francisco. We have to play the San Francisco 49ers. You know, we need some get back. We'll worry about that next week. We got the Rams on Sunday. Let's take care of these fools. All right. And then we'll handle whatever comes next. We'll handle. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. All right. Thank you for the love and the support. All right. But your boy is out.
Come on, race the race.